Imagine walking into a room and instantly standing out. Not because you said something clever, not because you tried to be loud or flashy, but because of the color you're wearing. Sounds crazy? It's not. There's a specific color that activates deep psychological responses in women. It taps into something primal, something emotional. And science has proven it works, over and over again. Researchers have studied this for years, and the results are shockingly consistent. Men wearing this color are seen as more attractive, more confident, and even more sexually desirable. And no, it's not about wearing bright neon or looking like you're screaming for attention. This color triggers something deeper, something unconscious. Today we're diving into that exact color. The one that makes women subconsciously rate you as more powerful, more dominant, and more date-worthy before you even say a single word. Think about that. One simple change in your wardrobe, and your energy instantly commands more respect. But here's the crazy part. Most men never think about it. They dress to blend in, stick to grays, blacks, or dull blues, and end up being invisible in the room. Meanwhile, other guys who use this color, knowingly or not, get complimented more, noticed more, even pursued more. So what's the science behind it? What does this color communicate to the female brain? And most importantly, how can you use it without looking like you're trying too hard? We're going to break it all down, because attraction isn't always about words. Sometimes it's about signals, silent, powerful, visual ones. If you want to be the kind of man who turns heads the moment he walks in, this one color can give you a huge psychological advantage. This is the irresistible effect. And today, you're going to learn how to wear it with purpose. Color isn't just decoration, it's communication. Every color sends a message to the brain. It creates emotional reactions, sets expectations, and even triggers primal instincts. And whether you realize it or not, the color you wear is already influencing how people see you. That's not opinion, it's science. A study published in the journal Evolutionary Psychology found that women rate men as significantly more attractive when they're shown wearing a specific color, even when everything else about them stays the same. Just by changing the shirt color in a photo, the same man appeared more desirable, more confident, and even more sexually appealing. But it's not just about romantic attraction. Color affects how people view your confidence, leadership, energy, and social value. In fact, marketers, advertisers, and politicians have been using color psychology for decades to influence decisions. Fast food chains use red and yellow to spark appetite. Luxury brands use black to convey status. Blue builds trust, which is why banks and tech companies love it. But when it comes to male-female attraction, one color stands out above the rest. And it's not random. It's tied to deep biological wiring, cultural associations, and emotional memory. Women don't just like this color on men, they feel something when they see it. It triggers ancient instincts. It quietly says, this man is confident, this man is desirable, this man leads. And the effect isn't flashy, it's subtle, it's powerful, and most importantly, it works without you saying a word. Before we reveal the exact color that activates this effect, you need to understand this. Attraction often begins before the first word is spoken, and what you wear can either pull her in or make you invisible. So choose wisely. So what's the color? It's red. Yes, red, the color of passion, the color of blood, the color of fire, and according to science, the color of desire. Multiple studies across different cultures, age groups, and settings have confirmed the same thing. Men who wear red are consistently rated as more attractive, more powerful, and more sexually desirable. In one landmark study, researchers showed women photos of the same man in different colored shirts. The man in red was rated as more appealing, even though his facial expression, pose, and everything else stayed identical. Why? Because red communicates something deeper than style. Red signals status. It's associated with confidence, dominance, and even testosterone levels. It makes the male brain look more assertive, and the female brain more receptive. Think about nature. In many species, males with red markings are more dominant, more fertile, or more likely to mate. That same instinct exists in us. Beneath all the culture, the fashion, the logic, red also evokes emotional intensity. It grabs attention, it signals passion, excitement, physical energy. Even outside attraction, red influences behavior. In sports, athletes wearing red are statistically more likely to win. In business, people wearing red are perceived as more persuasive, assertive, and authoritative. But when it comes to dating and first impressions, the effect becomes visceral. Women often can't explain it. They'll say things like, he just seemed confident, he stood out, there was something different about him. That something was probably red, and it's not just limited to clothing. Red accents, a pocket square, a tie, a bracelet, a bold shirt under a jacket, can create the same subconscious response. Even red on your lips, in your skin tone, or visible accessories can amplify your signal. Just remember, it's not about being loud, it's about being intentional. Wear red with confidence, not hesitation, and the effect will activate before you even say a word. Because in a room full of neutral tones, red speaks, and women hear it without even realizing it. If this is making sense so far, if you're starting to realize just how powerful subtle signals can be, then you're exactly where you need to be. This channel, The Irresistible Effect, is built for men who want to stop being overlooked and start being unforgettable. We don't do gimmicks, we use real psychology to unlock silent influence. So if you're ready to upgrade how women see you and how you see yourself, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell, because what's coming next could completely change the way you show up in every room. So now that you know red works, how do you actually wear it without looking like you're trying too hard? Here's the truth. Subtlety is your greatest weapon. You don't need a full red outfit. You don't even need a bright red jacket. In fact, going too bold can backfire, especially if it feels unnatural for your personality. What you want is intentional placement. Start with small pieces: a red pocket square, a deep red tie, a burgundy shirt under a black or navy blazer, a bracelet or accessory with a red accent. Even red socks under neutral pants can catch the eye when you sit. The key is contrast. Red stands out best when surrounded by calm, masculine tones like black, gray, navy, or white. Too much red can feel aggressive, but just enough, it's magnetic. And here's a tip: darker reds like maroon, wine, or oxblood carry the same psychological power, but with added elegance. They say, "I'm confident," without screaming it. You can also try layering, wear red underneath, like a t-shirt, sweater, or undershirt, and pair it with neutral outerwear. Red can show up in your accessories, your phone case, your watch face, even your scent branding if you're building a personal image. Also, choose moments where red makes sense. On a date, at a party, when you're about to speak or lead. Red gives you presence, but use it when you want that presence to hit hardest. Confidence is not just what you wear, it's how you wear it. So stand tall, own your space. Don't fidget or adjust your outfit too much. When you wear red, let it be an extension of your energy, not a costume you're unsure about. Let red support you, not carry you. It's a signal, not a mask. When used right, red doesn't start conversations. It invites them. It doesn't say, "Look at me." It makes them want to look. So wear it, use it, and let the color do its work, while you focus on being the man behind it. Red isn't just about attraction. When worn with purpose, it becomes a social amplifier. Let's talk about the hidden effects, those subtle advantages that go far beyond dating and relationships. First, red increases visibility. In any group setting, whether it's a meeting, a party, or a public event, red draws the eye faster than any other color. It makes people notice you, and that alone can change how you're perceived. People who are seen more often are remembered more, and people who are remembered more get more opportunities. That's how red builds quiet influence. Second, red has been linked to perceived competence and persuasion. In professional environments, a red accent on a tie, blouse, or even a folder can subtly signal that you're bold, assertive, and ready to lead. It communicates energy and action, two traits often associated with decision makers. Ever wonder why salespeople wear red ties during big pitches? It's not a coincidence. It's strategy. Third, red can elevate your mood and presence. Wearing red has been shown to make people feel more confident, more energized, and more decisive. That's not just perception, it's physiology. Color affects mood by activating certain brain pathways related to arousal and motivation. It's like caffeine for your presence. You feel more alive, you speak with more intention, you enter spaces with more certainty, and people respond to that. Fourth, red sets boundaries without aggression. It says, "I'm not afraid to be seen," but it doesn't yell. It balances power and elegance, especially when worn with controlled body language and a calm tone of voice. It gives off the vibe of someone who is clear, composed, and unshakable. Lastly, red can reinforce your personal brand. If you're building visibility on social media, in business, or in your community, consistently using red can help people associate you with strength, clarity, and confidence. Red becomes an extension of your identity, a visual anchor, a trademark. And here's the kicker: you don't have to overthink it. Once you understand the energy red carries, just start using it with intention. The benefits stack up quietly, but powerfully. It's a color, but it acts like momentum. We started with one simple idea that a single color could change the way women see you, but now you know it's bigger than that. It's not just about red. It's about what red represents: energy, confidence, visibility, presence. Because when you wear red with intention, you're not just choosing a color, you're sending a message to her, to the world, to yourself. You're saying, "I'm done hiding. I'm here to be seen. I've earned attention, not by shouting, but by showing up." That's the shift. Most men think they need better lines, more money, or a perfect face. But the truth, presence beats perfection. And presence starts with signals. Tiny cues that speak louder than words. Red is one of those cues. You've learned the psychology, the biology, and the cultural power behind it. You've seen how to wear it right, how to make it part of your energy, not just your outfit. You've discovered the extra benefits: more confidence, more influence, more recognition. Now it's time to take action. What's one red piece you already own that you can start using? Or better yet, what will you add to your wardrobe this week? Test it, wear it, watch how the room reacts. Because here's what's going to happen. You'll walk in, people will glance, she'll look a little longer, and before anyone says a word, you've already made your first impression. That's the irresistible effect. It's not loud, it's not desperate, it's quiet power, rooted in awareness, backed by science, driven by you. And here's the most important part. This is just one piece of the puzzle. There's body language, there's voice control, there's mindset and emotional intelligence, and all of it adds up to one result. You become unforgettable. So if this resonated with you, if you're starting to see just how much influence lives in the smallest choices, then don't stop here. This channel is built for men who are done playing small. We don't chase attention, we command it, not with tricks, with transformation. So hit that subscribe button right now. Activate the bell. Join a brotherhood that learns to stand out, not by chance, but by design. And drop a comment. What part of this video hit hardest for you? Which red piece are you going to try first? Your insight might inspire another man to step up. Remember, attractive men aren't born, they're trained, and your training, it's already in motion.